Well, it's a major inconvenience for students across the state of Tamil Nadu, where over 3,000 NEET students have been allotted centres outside the state. Now, some are even assigned centres as far as Rajasthan, Gujarat and Sikkim. This comes after the Supreme Court stayed an earlier order of the Madras High Court instructing the CBSE to allot students centres only within the state.
People who are actually affluent can actually afford to go there. But then in Tamil Nadu, most students who have actually applied for NEET are actually from government schools and government aided schools. And telling them to go and attend an exam, a competitive exam, for which they are actually very little prepared compared to other people from other states, in a different state. As far as Sikkim and 6 states, it's actually very difficult to go and reach by means of train and buses and flights. It's actually very against the social justice and social equality.
It will be a big war against psychology war against Tamil Nadu students. They are forced to spend a lot of money, lot of time in traveling, and they will be having accommodation facilities in that places. So various difficulties they are going to face.
Let's go across to Pramod, who's joining me at this point. Pramod, help us understand what happened and why there are so many students who are being allotted centres, and that too so far away from the state of Tamil Nadu.
Well, it's a very interesting development, as you see, because CBSE doesn't seem to have any answer to these all pertinent questions. In fact, they are not even ready to provide us with the exact number of students that have applied. On 9th March was the last day for them to apply for the hall ticket. One of the students who spoke to us said she filed it on 9th March and she got information about the particular center, exam center, only 4 days ago. Interestingly, every other student from the state of Tamil Nadu have only opted for either Chennai, Madurai or this Coimbatore, but apparently nearly 2,000 of those students have been asked to write the exam at Ernakulam, that is at Kerala. At least that is fine. Imagine certain students have been asked to go all the way to Rajasthan, Gujarat and Gangtok, and these are the students who have come from this government school, and we are not claiming that government school students does not have a standard, but they openly claim that it is very hard for them to go to another state, understand their language, find their location and then go ahead and write the examination. In fact, the PIL was filed by a single, a person, one man, not the government in Madras High Court, seeking that CBSE should not do this and it should be stayed because there are adequate number of centers in the state. The Madras High Court did pronounce an order claiming that CBSE should find centers within the state, and because it's just an examination that is written on OMR sheet. But CBSE again went to Supreme Court yesterday, claiming that there is no more time because Sunday is the examination. They can't do it by that way. They have the Supreme Court gave a stay, and apparently these students are now forced to go all the way to various states and write the examination.
Right. So, Pramod, like you said, there is also, this has even gone to court, the fact that the centres need to be allocated within the state, but obviously that's not been taken into account because there are 3,000 students who have to go to all these other states. As far as the expenditure part of it is concerned, the cost incurred for the travel, for accommodation, all of that, getting tickets at short notice, train tickets which are not easily available oftentimes. Who undertakes all that? Is there any help at all being provided to the students?
Well, it's very unfortunate that the government is not extending any of its support for this kind of this particular situation. And as you rightly said, this is a vacation period, and so it's very hard to find tickets to any other location. They have to go to Ernakulam, they have to go to Rajasthan, Gujarat and Sikkim, Gangtok. That's one of the locations where certain students have to go and write the NEET examination. Now, what has happened is that as the government is not able to provide any other information, various NGOs, certain Tamil organizations, NGOs that are in Rajasthan, Gujarat, they have come forward stating that any student who's writing the examination at this particular state, they would provide them with accommodation and any kind of help in there, arranging for tickets and such. In fact, TTV Dinakaran, who's the leader of AMMK, has gone forward and said that he has already arranged the location for students who are working, who have to go to Kerala and write the examination over there, and he has almost provided 9 numbers so that the students can go ahead, call them, and they would be provided with the accommodations to stay there.
All right. Thanks, Pramod, for getting us those details.